There's nothing more embarrassing than being at Home Depot and not be able to build anything at all. And you're just walking around going, hey, you're literally showing pictures of things and asking, what is this? Is this... Right? And you just walk around, you're like, what is this? There's nothing more cucking than sitting there asking someone at Home Depot what this tool is. You ever done that? Trust me, I'm a man. I have children. What is this? What is it used for? The woman who gave birth to my children want me to find man stuff, and I don't know what to do. I have no skills, except for maybe well-crafted dick jokes. That's about all I'm good at.
Sam Tripoli is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Sam's got dates. He's got a podcast. SamTripoli.com is where you go. He's going to be at the La Jolla Comedy Store coming up May 24th through the 26th. Broken Simulations, the name of the podcast. He's got tinfoil hat as well. Got a lot of good pods. But
I'm trying.
Go to samtripoli.com for all dates.
Every Thursday I do a live stream called Doom Scrolling where I find the best in conspiracy, spirituality, and comedy clips, and I play them. So that's every day. It's youtube.com/Sam Tripoli. Check that out. Every Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right, some news, Chris?
Yeah, so Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
He is okay, but he was just punched in the face in New York.
Yeah.
66 years old, taken to a nearby hospital with bruising,
Now,
swelling.
if he got punched in the mouth, no one would know. When he get punched in the eye, he probably had an eye pop out on him.
Oof.
Yeah. There's a lot of random punching going on in New York.
In New York, it's gotten so crazy, right?
Well, look, remember when
By the way,
that happened and we were like, oh, COVID's not a thing until Tom Hanks got it? Well, now Steve Buscemi was just punched in the face. This is a thing.
And look at the guy who punched him, just shredded elderly man. Just shredded.
Yeah. It's weird. The suspect looks much different than normal suspects. Normal it's like black teenage boys.
Yeah.
This guy's different. He's an elder from Zion. You know what I mean? It looks like he should be holding a tablet and wearing a robe.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's a perfect description of him.
But there's
he's black.
There's so many, and I don't even know what this guy is. Is this guy black? Like, it's always black guys, although white supremacy is the biggest problem this country faces.
I'm with you on that.
Really, kids, keep your eye on the prize. As many black people are punching out Asians on the streets, and as many crazy bitches are protesting on behalf of Hamas, as much of that as you see, always remember, it's the guys who listen to country music and drive the pickup trucks who are the
100%.
biggest danger. Even though there's no incidents of them doing anything,
100%.
Always focus on white supremacy being the biggest problem in this country. Domestically, these are the terrorists we have to worry about.
Yeah, I remember when the Asian hate was going on, and you just video after video of just black guy blasting Asian grandmas, and then all the Asians in Hollywood would be like, white supremacy has to come to an end. You're like, Are we watching the same videos?
I would tell a joke. I tell a joke about once every 18 shows that gets a big fat groan from the audience, but I'll tell it to you now. I go, listen, I'm not for Asian bashing, and I don't condone it, but they play a part in it because, when I was a kid, you didn't fuck with an Asian because we thought they were all black belts.
Yeah.
And they started saying that's a stereotype. We're not all black belts. So they convinced everyone they're not all black belts, and now they're being belted by blacks.
That's a great joke.
I like it too, but the audience doesn't know what to do with it.
Sucks the air right out of it.
Sucks the air right out of it.
It depends on if you do it in L.A., they heard the word black and they just get quiet.
Yeah.
I had somebody the other day, I was like...
I don't even try it in L.A.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, so this Netflix was a joke festival happened.
Yeah.
And, I did a show during it, and the crowd was amazing because all these people are flying in to see people like Shane Gillis, Tony Hinchcliffe, Andrew Schultz, Ari Shaffir, Tom Segura, all the toxic comedy people flew in for, right? So I was having a conversation with some people in the back, a friend of mine who, Brian Simpson, and this other comic, I'm not going to say his name, but we were just talking, and Brian has a Netflix special, and he moved to Austin. He's hilarious. I love him. So we were just talking about Austin. He's like, you should be out in Austin, dude. I'm like, I'm working on it.
I told Brian Simpson, by the way, he had to come back, and say hi to you. And he's like, I got to punch Asians.
He just got to clock them.
Yeah.
But we were having this conversation, and I'm like, dude, LA comedy sucks right now. And this guy sitting next to me, I'm not going to say his name. He's like, well, it's not that. It's just like the bar's been raised higher in LA. I go, nobody says, there's nobody thinks that LA comedy is doing better, because we're entertaining all of when you shoot a show, the woman who signs you in, right? We're doing all the middle management people who don't want to laugh at dark stuff, even if they find it funny, because the social contagion of political correctness has just spread everywhere.
Yes.
The theory of something is worse than actually what's going on. And that's the whole it's like really crazy to me. And what I found funny about all the Asian hate stuff is, like, if you study like Ali Wong's new show, was it Beef? It's a great show. She's great in it. But it's literally a show about how Asians can't drive. That's literally the premise of the show is Asians cannot drive. Mm-hmm. So if you and I went to Netflix and pitched that show, they'd be like, dude, that's the most racist shit I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. But if Asians pitch it, they're like, oh, we love it. So outside the box, right? Mm. Because to me, Asians are more white than white people. Mm. They're the most white of all the people. They have the highest standards of living. Yeah. They have the most college educated people. They have the most two-parent households. Yeah. And they can be openly racist. Asian parents are the most racist people on the planet.
They don't even like
other Asians if you're in the wrong group.
Get really weird with that.
You're right. They're out whiting us.
They're out whiting us, and nobody ever says anything about it.
Well, we just did.
Yeah, we're taking a stand.
At the
right
next meeting, I'm going to bring that shit up.
Yeah, we should.
Folks, we're being out-whited.
Pull your hood up so I can make sure it's you, and then pull it back down.
Listen, I'm not in the sugar coating business, and I don't mean brown sugar, obviously. I mean powdered sugar, but I don't sugarcoat things. We're being out-whited by the Asians. Now, come on, gentlemen.
I think brown sugar gives you more diabetes than white sugar. That's my opinion.
Then I'd take care of a little housekeeping. I'd go like, all right, looks like there's a horse out there with his headlights on. Could you go out there and check it? This is what we do at the Klan meeting.
I love it.
All right. Anyway, Buscemi's assailant.
Buscemi.
He took off on the lam.
There was rumors that he was banging that super hot chick that everyone's in love with the fat cans who did hosted Saturday Night Live.
Sydney Sweeney.
That there was a whole rumor that they were dating, and I was like, "You go."
No way.
Buscemi?
Yeah. Have you ever seen them? They say there's a moment where like young Steve Buscemi and young Angelina Jolie looked exactly the same, and you're like the ugliest guy in the world and the hottest person in the world. At one moment, looked exactly alike.
I buy that. I can see it now.
Yeah, exactly. With the weird bulge eyes and the deep bags.
Well, now you got to find Cris Carter and Gadzooki. Because I'm going to blow your Armo mind in a minute.
Okay, too. I'm in.
Cris Carter, NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Did nothing but score touchdowns.
Yeah.
Gadzooki, Godzilla's young son.
Okay, I've been into that as well.
Rings.
I'm totally into that. How what Zach Randolph was like? Oh yeah, 100%, dude, 100%.
Now people think that shit's racist, but what race is Gadzooki? You know what I mean? He doesn't exist. So fuck off.
Yeah. By the way, Godzilla is a Titan and most likely a fallen angel Nephilim, so that's a higher form of human being. So I don't know what's racist about that.
So this guy who punched Steve Buscemi, what is he? Is he old? Is he young? Is he built? Is he fat?
He's older. But I mean, they just found security footage. Blue shirt, cap, took off.
Shredded.
It was 11:48 a.m. on Wednesday.
Probably still gets young white chicks too, because he's so shredded, and you just don't know what age he is.
Yeah, he's shredded though. All right, let me know what you think about this guy. So this guy in California who had a boat out in his driveway.
Now he punched him. If he's a movie fan, he didn't punch him for Reservoir Dogs. He punched him for Mr. Deeds. I think he probably yelled, "That's for making Mr. Deeds."
Yeah, wasted 2 hours of my life.
We got to see your potential with Reservoir Dogs, and then you did Mr. Deeds.
Usually it's random, but
Right.
Definitely wasn't Big Lebowski.
oh, Mr. Deeds, he had the crooked eye.
That could have attracted him. Yeah.
So there's a guy in California who had his boat in the driveway. It's Seaside, California.
Oh, yeah, I love this story.
And in July of last year, local government said, hey, the neighbors don't like looking at this boat. You got to hide it from view of the neighbors and build a 6-foot fence around your boat. And so he did it. But then he hired a guy to paint a mural on the fence, and this is what it looks like.
Of the boat.
It's a mural of the boat, as if
I love this guy.
The boat was not there.
Oh, man.
That is
beautiful.
so
That
funny.
is so awesome.
That's so
I wonder if
funny.
Mr. Cartoon did this. We
It
could get a
looks good.
Modelo commercial out of the guy who painted the fence. Wow. That is so awesome.
There's nothing more annoying than a neighbor with nothing going on.
Oh, my God.
And they just stare at the boat.
This is a better than Ezra band name move right here.
Yeah.
Perfect one-upper.
Yes. Perfect. Wow. That is wonderful.
That's a great
We got a
painting,
hero.
by the way, too. From far
Very
enough,
good.
that looks real.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. And also, I don't know where you find this mural guy, probably at the marina. You know what I mean? Because everyone else is busy doing Magic Johnson and Martin Luther King and
80 Kobe's.
80 Kobe's and Cesar Chavez and stuff like that. There are not a lot of boat guys out there.
Yeah. Who's a boat graffiti artist?
We got to find the best one, though. I think we
Wow.
just did.
That is awesome. And I can't even tell if the fence is the gate is the gate or the gate's drawn on there. It's
perfectly done.
But that is awesome.
Right, so
and
neighbors
now
can
what's
look
the
at this.
neighbor
Yeah.
do?
Oh, the neighbor's got to be so pissed.
Seething.
She's just punching eight of her 10 cats.
That's so awesome. Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Oh, and by the way, other boat owners have approached this guy seeing if they can get the info of the muralist.
Oh, this could be a whole
he's starting
thing.
a revolution.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't fuck with the boat people, bro. They're a small, powerful clan, dog.
That's right.
The boat people. So there's this Arizona woman. She was in the news lately because she was charged with trying to kill her husband by poisoning his coffee.
Oh,
daily
yeah, dude.
with
I heard about
bleach.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's been reported that she has avoided jail time and has been ordered to spend 3 years on probation. So just a little background on this on her. So her husband, he was in the Air Force. He noticed his coffee was tasting weird. But after a while, decided to get like pool litmus or the pool testers and just see. And it turns out that there was bleach in his coffee. Set up some cameras, found his wife sneaking bleach into his coffee. And
Oh, my
reported it.
God.
Reported it, saying she's trying to get money after he dies. And so she's arrested, and he's like, "Look, we have a kid. I don't want her to go to prison.
Wow.
And so everyone's like, "What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
She tried to kill you."
I totally agree on
Like,
that.
yeah.
That's just the guy who's like, I just don't want to have this kid 24/7.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Yeah, I just don't want
Yeah.
to raise these kids, dude. Let her
Well,
out.
if he was banging his guma on the side, he'd definitely send her up the creek.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He's
But
out
he's
of
got
options.
nothing going on. He can't afford daycare.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to do this kid alone.
Put her under house arrest so she can't leave. Leave the kids there.
And he does have the world's cleanest coffee maker.
Yeah, for
There's
sure,
no
dude.
fucking algae growing in that shit. There's no bacteria.
This is exactly why I don't tell my girlfriend or my baby's mama where to get my health insurance money from. They don't need to know anything, dude. Hey, do you get health insurance? You got life insurance? Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
I either did or didn't. It's not-
Yeah.
How much? Listen, I can tell the difference between Starbucks and
Right.
7-Eleven coffee.
Yes.
You put bleach in my coffee,
Ugh.
I'm going to know you're putting bleach in my coffee. I'm
Yeah.
going to know something's up. Like
The
everyone's,
minute you taste it.
look, I just took this mug, and everyone here gets too generous with the detergent. They squirt too much liquid soap. Everyone goes, "Oh, we got to clean it." And they squirt liquid soap in it, and then they think it's clean. But if you put water in it, it foams up.
Yeah.
Because the soap ain't gone. I sat in front of that sink and I just ran 20 gallons of water in the mug while foam just shot up because there's still soap in there.
The residue.
At some point, it was enough. I poured some coffee and I took my first hit and I could taste a little soap.
Yeah.
I just went 100 gallons of fucking water through this thing and I still could detect the soap. How do you not detect day one?
And how many days you going, do I get shitty coffee every morning?
Yeah.
What do you go, oh, dude, we got to get a new coffee machine. This thing tastes like you're poisoning me.
Yeah.
He went on weeks, and then when he noticed the taste, he decided to just stop drinking it until he got
this
the videos.
would have never.
My guess is he's just dumping a ton of cream and sugar so much that he doesn't even taste it.
He's probably one of these assholes that likes French vanilla.
Yeah.
Then he gets what he deserves. Let him go. Hazelnut, French vanilla assholes, carnation, whatever. Fuck him.
God, I mean, like, look at her. She's straight up trying to kill him.
All right, but I do want to say this. The same way that the chick who let OJ's son expire in the swimming pool while he was out of town. Don't send her to prison. Stay with her, and you get to see whatever movie you want to watch and whatever food you want to eat. There's never going to be an argument. You want to see The Fall Guy. She wants to see the remake of The Notebook. Tough shit. We're going to The Fall Guy because I kept you out of the joint.
I agree, dude. And by the way, how much life insurance can you get when you live in a kitchen like that? Look at that kitchen, dude.
Yeah.
What are you guys living in a rehab right now? Look at that. That's got rehab energy.
Kitchen that bad since the Medela commercial.
100%.
All right. Well, you put the camera up there.
Right. Oh, and so I was reading this article on The Guardian. And so they tell this whole story, and the very last two sentences are: despite the attention that her case generated, women in the U.S. are more likely to endure severe violence at the hands of an intimate partner.
They have to do that.
1 in 4 women do so, while the rate for men is 1 in 9, according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
Is it really 1 in 4 women, or are we just expanding the range of the definition of violence, like we did with rapes? 117% of women say they will have been the victim of sexual assault by their 3rd birthday. It's like, okay, are we counting changing a diaper as sexual assault? Like, you're now counting everything as something.
Yeah.
And now everyone has it.
And
off.
They've done studies where men are more likely not to report getting their ass kicked by their girlfriend.
For sure.
I got beat up. One time I had a girlfriend, this gorgeous chick in Vegas. She was beautiful, and she was just crazy. And you're like, oh, you're so hot. I'm going to my life's on the line, but I don't care. You're so hot, right? And she got drunk one day, and she just was sitting on me, like holding me down and go, okay, I'm getting claustrophobic. Get up. And she wouldn't do it. So I just lifted myself up, and I saw her falling backwards, and her face went, and she just kicked me, right, and put my tooth through my lip.
Oh, wow.
So the next day, I had to call in sick to work because I just couldn't go in. My lip was all jacked. And then the next day after that, I go into work. I got stitches. And I told her, I go, yeah, man, my girlfriend kicked me right in the face. And the whole office just started laughing.
Oh. Yeah.
And I go, this would never go the other way around. This would never go the other way around. Ever.
Way.
I got punched out by my stripper girlfriend a million years ago. And I was playing softball on a Sunday. And said I'd come home, and then I'd come home, and then we'd go to dinner and a movie. But instead, we went out and got drunk. And we were done with the softball game, and they're like, come on, we're going to the bar, And I was like, I said I would be getting home. Come on, one Modelo. We'll just toast. And 7 hours later, I just came home, my softball uniform, shit-faced, and I just plopped out on the bed on my back. And she was pissed because the movie and the dinner plan was gone now. And I was just laying there on my back, passed out. And then she walked in the room and she goes, get up. And I go, okay. And I got up. I was still in my uniform. She just punched me in the face. And I just fell back onto the bed. And I remember as I was falling back on the bed, I thought, good. My thought was good because, A, I'm drunk and I used to box. I didn't really count that much. You know, I don't even, I've already forgotten about it.
Yeah, this is
and then
insane.
B, I've even the playing field with this bitch.
Yeah.
She's going to have to apologize to me tomorrow now.
Yeah,
That's
tomorrow's going to be pretty sweet.
That was the best 4 seconds of my life. We completely fucking leveled it out. She, tomorrow, is going to have to come up to me and apologize.
Did she?
She probably... Either way, as I was falling back on the bed, I was like, we're even.
You have something to look forward to.
I fucked up our plans. You punched me in the face. We're even, Steven. So just so you know, if everyone's like, well, men and women, do you know the number one demographic for cops getting called to domestic violence? Lesbian couples.
Oh, makes sense.
Lesbian couples are the...
You didn't gas up the Subaru, bitch.
Yeah. We've been dating 3 days. You just brought your U-Haul. It's like, that's exactly... That's how you know. And guys just don't call in. And it's kind of crazy to me. So you always had, I remember, I forget what the case was, but it was Rihanna or Chris Brown. And obviously that was fucked up. But you were listening to everybody on the radio talk about it. And it was like on MMA radio or something like that. And they were debating it. And the one guy was like, a man never, ever hits a woman, no matter what. And I go, yeah, men should not hit women. But you can't tell women it's okay to hit guys. Because unless it's Adam Carolla shit-faced, right? You swing on a guy, some guy's going to swing back. You just can't do it, dude. It's
they do it all the time.
Don't hit anybody, because you never know who's going to return fire.
Right. I completely agree.
I've been swung. That's why I can't date MMA fighters. There's so many hot MMA fighters. Every girlfriend I've ever had has swung on me at some point. Every one of them.
Well,
this is a safe space for you to talk about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, you may play a role in that exchange.
Are you victim blaming, bro?
Oh no, I'm victim shaming. Were you wearing a short skirt?
Yeah.
Were you
Was I asking for it, dude?
All right, one more before we bring Mary in.
Okay, sure. So there's this California Catholic school, and in 2017, these three guys, they or actually only two of them sued, but they put on this acne face. Acne like cream on their face, and then it darkens into like a dark green. They took a picture of it. They send it to their friend. Their friend takes the picture and puts it on a like Spotify playlist as like the picture for the playlist. But then 2020 comes along, George Floyd stuff, and somebody from the school sees this picture and posts it online. They get in trouble. They get kicked out immediately from the school or asked to withdraw. But either way, you gotta go. And so they leave the school in June of 2020. Here's the picture. And now so they ended up suing the school after all said and done for $20 million. They get the case is finally settled. They each got like $500,000.
Good.
So
sue everyone.
Yeah, if you study actually the purpose of that, that's an acne base. What's it called? Mask.
Yeah.
Because their friend was having a really bad time with acne.
Yeah.
And they were doing this as a sign of solidarity to him. Now, I'm pretty sure behind it is a little shit talking, right? But their friend had a really bad acne problem. So they were kind of showing him that, hey, man, we're going to do it too with you. And they just got this. No, listen. The notion that blackface, it was a bad time, 100%. Not saying it wasn't fucked up. But today, in a day where we're shoehorning like black people and like Doctor Who is now gay and black. And then they put the thing is like, sorry, white guys, Doctor Who was never for you. It was literally for us until you culturally appropriated it.
Yeah,
from
we
us.
just had that kid, the Chiefs fan, who on Deadspin or whatever that magazine was, tried to out him for half a blackface. I mean, listen, if you're looking hard for racism now,
you're going to find him.
You'll find it, but it's also a bad sign. It means racism isn't what it used to be because you're fucking half. What percentage of like hardcore big national race stories haven't turned out to be a hoax in the last 5 years? Is it 86%?
Yeah.
You know, like they're turning out to be hoaxes. It's fucking crazy. And you have to have some due process. You can't just start ejecting people from their jobs or their colleges or their high schools or whatever it is without a little process.
Without due process, yeah.
They like, there was this black woman I'll screw the story all up, but
You're allowed.
She was literally African, I think, and she was in some progressive college, and they said, look, no using the cafeteria, and she like broke in and was using the cafeteria and was eating alone, and like the fucking janitor came out and went like, hey, we're closed, you can't be in here. You have to keep moving. And then she cries racism, and they fire the janitor, and they just start firing everyone. It's like the bitch broke into a cafeteria and was eating when she wasn't supposed to. The guy works there. He said, you're not supposed to be in here. We just fire everyone and then ask questions later? Good, you're going to get fucking sued.
That's my whole point with just like the theory of racism, the theory of hate speech is now actually worse than real problems on the streets.
Yes, it's good. I mean, it's good that we're at a point where we're trying to find it, graft it, and lay it out when it doesn't really exist in any real proportion. I mean, we're looking, the black guy in Oakland hung rings in the park on the tree, and those represent nooses. Like, okay, good, we're out of problems.
Yeah, we're out.
Because you guys are now finding racism.
It's so bad you gotta fake it.
Yes.